Happy Monday, everybody. Today is December 1st. It's December now. Time goes by fast. Let's talk about the games happened on November 30th. The first game is the Houston Rockets beat the Utah Jazz 129-101. 101. This is such an easy game, so a lot of those guys don't really play the full minutes. But Şengün has been good, but the weird thing about Şengün is his rebound numbers have been very low. Something must have changed with their defense. Where Şengün this game he's guarding on the perimeter. Maybe he's guarding. I didn't watch the game, so I don't know what happened. But the last couple games, his rebound numbers have really dropped. So I wonder his line would be next game. Steven Adams, meanwhile, had 12 rebounds in 17 minutes. Amen Thompson had this is why 8 rebound, 9 assists is good. Still, the line looks really good for a guy for like a waiver wire pickup, which he was last year. But this year he was a second, third, fourth round player. That is not meeting our expectations. I don't think it's close. So, Reed Shepard, wow, 4 steals and 2 blocks. We gotta pick him up and just see how things go. And he definitely adds that element because the Rockets, they do have a lot of defense, right? But then you have Reed Shepard, a sharp shooter that can also run the offense a little bit. And he's a plus 33, right? Pretty good. Now he's getting defensive stats. KD 25 points, added those defensive stats as well. But this game it's versus the Utah Jazz. For the Jazz, Lauri Markkanen has really cooled off. 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 for 7. I still feel good about him being like on a per game basis. Rest of the day, a top 20, top 25 player. It's just how many games he's gonna play. So if you sold high on him, congratulations. Keontae George, oh my goodness, 8 turnovers, 0 for 6. We know at some point he's going to be, he's going to fall off of a cliff. Especially the opposing defense started paying attention to him. Rightfully so. I wouldn't be too worried. With him, you got to pound turnovers and field goal. Probably a good idea to pound. Then his value goes up a lot. Ace Bailey had a great one with 19 points and 3 threes. Very quietly, Ace Bailey has put together a few nice games. Yeah, I mean he's still not ranked. He's not a must roster, but we could have him. But on this team, he doesn't get a lot of rebound or assists or even points, right? It's just a 3-and-D guy pretty much. And Yusuf Nurkic continued to put up numbers. In 20 minutes, he had 9 assists, 6 rebounds, 6 for 7. He's the only guy who played well on the Jazz. So, yeah. Move on to the next one. We have the Celtics. Beat the Cavs. Very impressive win. And here we go. Peyton Pritchard played just 30 minutes, but had 42 points and 6 threes. Watch out. Yeah, if he has a couple more of these games, then he's gonna be a top 50, 60 player very, very soon. 77th ranked player on the season, right? He's still shooting just 45%, 46%. I think that could go higher, especially from 2.8 threes after this game. Yeah, he should be averaging over 3 threes, 3.5 threes. So this is a great start. Fernie Simons also popped off. Yeah, the Cavs, when you have Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, defensively on the perimeter, it is just not ideal. They don't have enough size. Jaylen Brown had a triple-double, even though he struggled from both the field and from the free throw line. 3 for 13, 12 for 16. But it's okay. I like what 11 assists. If he can do more of that, that would be great. Xavier Tillman started. That's interesting. If Namias was their starting center, if Xavier Tillman keeps starting, like he could be a nice stream option. Jordan Watch played 38 minutes, put up a nice game. Yeah, he's a guy he's a classic 3-and-D guy. If we want to have him, sure. And Sam Hauser got the start. Hit just 1 3. Celtics, they're doing whatever they can to, they're, after this win, they're, 8th seed. So, they're going to be in the playoffs. Let's see what happens when Tatum comes back, which is still is he going to come back at all? We will see. Cleveland Cavaliers, no Jarrett Allen, so Mobley started at the center. 14 rebound and 4 assists is great. 27 points. Good game from Mobley. If he just only had a few defensive stats, that would be great. Donovan Mitchell had 3 steals and 8 assists. Just 18 points, 3 threes. I think with Garland coming back, Donovan Mitchell is just not gonna, he's just not gonna have unlimited usage. He is 13th ranked player. Oh my goodness. He's shooting 50% from the field this year. 30 points. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, I think he could be, depending on the defensive stats, he's a top 20 player. And in theory, he should be fairly, he doesn't really get hurt that much. Garland, great. 8 assists, 21 points, and 4 threes. Jalen Tyson, every time I look at him, I thought of Jason Tatum. What a game from him, too. If he continued to start, I think we got to have him. 2 steals and 2 blocks with 5 threes. And DeAndre Hunter had 2 threes and 8 points. Moving on to the next game, we have the Toronto Raptors got destroyed by the New York Knicks, 94-116. Impressive win by the Knicks at home, 20 points. Emmanuel quickly, he returned home. Not really. I mean, how long was he a Knick before he got traded? 4 threes, 8 assists, 19 points. Really good. Brandon Ingram, 14 points. Kind of a mediocre game. And, this game, they just experimented with Scotty Barnes starting at the center. And, of course, he's pretty open on the perimeter. Hit 4 threes, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. But, yeah, it didn't work out so well. Although Scotty was just a -6 with the when they lost by 20. So they have a couple guys out. For the New York Knicks, I'm just happy to see the New York Knicks guys, in a game like this, right? You don't play your guys too much. Karl Anthony Towns, still, I think he's still kind of not meeting the expectation for a second-round player, but 22 points with okay efficiency, 8 rebounds. If he can get more blocks, that would be great. Jalen Brunson kind of struggled, 18 points, 7 assists. I get that because Toronto Raptors, they got a lot of athletes, super long, right? Josh Hart, oh my God, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. He's doing it again. It feels like it's inevitable. Every year, this would happen, and OG would get hurt. OG gets hurt a lot. Mikal Bridges still had 2 steals and block. Oh my God, 2 threes. Mikal Bridges still inside that top 10, and I think why not? He's gonna be top 15, top 20, as long as he maintains the level of defensive stats he was getting. And just something changed this year with Knicks defense. He just gets a lot of defensive stats. Miles McBride, we could stream him as long as he starts. Moving on to the next game, we have. Oh, this is a crazy game. The Atlanta Hawks and 76ers. This game went to double overtime, and you have actually Embiid, Paul George, and Maxey played together for the first time this season, and they still lost in overtime at home. How about Jalen Johnson? What a game from him. 41 points, 4 threes. And he hit his free throw, 17 for 22. I think that's good. If he can maintain 77, 78, I'll be happy. The problem with him, like I said many times, is there will be some weeks he shoots like 60, 50 on high volume. He kind of cooked. Otherwise, the counting numbers look really, really good. 6 turnovers, but who cares? And how about Nickeil Alexander-Walker? 6 threes, 6 from the free throw line. Shot the ball well, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal and a block. Big sell high if you could. But given how well he's playing, I do think when Trey comes back, even when Trey was around, he still get around 30 minutes. So of course, he's going to lose a lot of value when Trey comes back. But I still think, I think he probably still need to be rostered when Trey comes back. Okongwu got the start, did not have the best game. Missed all 7 of his threes, but 13 rebounds, 6 assists is good. And Dyson Daniels had a very complete game as well. 9 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 steals. For the 76ers, Paul George, 16 points, 5 steals. I'll take it. Play 20 minutes. Again, he's bad from the field, 2 threes. Embiid, bad from the field, somewhat bad from the free throw line, and he just doesn't really get a lot of rebounds because I'm surprised he played 30 minutes. He can barely move, right? Tyrese Maxey carrying the load, 44 points again, 9 assists, right? Decent from the free throw line, but he's got his shoulder thing bothering him a little bit, so he's not shooting the 3 well at all. 2 for 13 again. So hopefully I don't know. He's been struggling a couple games now from the 3, so let's see if his shoulder can improve. Quentin Grimes had 4 threes, 28 points. We know he's a must roster. And what's interesting is that VJ Edgecombe, this game played just 21 minutes, even though he got the start. Jeremy McCain off the bench got a lot more minutes, and it's not like Jeremy McCain played well at all. He was a minus 18. So let's see what happened with VJ's minutes. I'm surprised. I thought he's going to play a lot of minutes because they need a defender, not Jeremy McCain. He can't get buckets. And especially when you play with Embiid, when Embiid is out there, like, you have enough offense. You need more defenders. So we'll see what happens with the VJ Edgecombe. Look, if he gets 20 minutes, he's droppable. I don't think we need to hold on to him. The next game is the Oklahoma City Thunder. Well, no surprise, they beat the Portland, but this game was a lot closer. Jalen Williams, second game back, great, 3 blocks, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. Struggled a little bit, but that's okay. Shai's usage, calm down a little bit, or maybe they double team. I think with Jalen Williams, like, Shai's number is gonna come down a little bit, just a little bit. Obviously, he's gonna get his. He's by far the number 1 option, but yeah. 10 for 12 is good. From the free throw line, it's actually below his averages. Cason Wallace, now with Jalen Williams back, he only get 21 minutes. Let's see. AJ Mitchell got 28 minutes. But yeah, with Jalen Williams back, I don't know if Cason Wallace is going to get like the same minutes he used to get. So let's monitor. If the trend continues, we can drop him. At the end of the day, he just gave us steals and threes, which is still very good in category leagues. And Shed Holmgren started at the center because Isaiah Hartenstein was out. Decent game with one steal and 3 blocks, but went for 4 from the free throw line. For Portland, they started Jeremy Grant at the center. 18 points with the steal and 3 blocks. Pretty good. Jeremy Grant just knows how to put up numbers. And how about Danny Edey? My goodness. 19 rebounds, 10 assists. His counting numbers are actually insane. And yeah, versus OKC, who is OKC, I don't know if they're number 1 defense because they score a lot too, but yeah, it's very, very impressive. Danny Edey, in my opinion, he should be an all-star. Just 1 turnover too. Sissoko played 21 minutes. I don't think we need to roster him. And Robert Williams came off the bench, played 19 minutes. I think he can definitely be a streamer for some rebounds and blocks and steals too. 1 steal and a block, 9 rebounds in 19 minutes. Tomani Kamara finally had a good shooting game. Hit 5 threes, 19 points. And Chris Murray is a must roster, 13 points and 2 threes. Just a perfect 3-and-D guy. Right? And they give him a lot of minutes too. Move on to the next game. We have the Timberwolves. The Spurs, they're a decent team. They lost here, but they've been winning a lot of games without Wemby. Led by De'Aaron Fox, 25 points and 2 threes. In a decent game from him. And Devin Vassell with 22 points and 1 3. But with Wemby back, these guys, they're gonna kind of take a back seat offensively too. So they're enjoying their time. Luke Cornett, I think, could be definitely streamed for field goal, rebounds, and blocks as long as Wemby is out. And Harrison Baum's not the best game, but we could definitely stream him. Same thing with Keldon Johnson. 26 minutes at 22 points and 2 threes. Not bad at all. For the Wolves, Anthony Edwards has been on a heater. 13 for 18 from the field, 32 points. Not that Spurs play a lot of defense anyway, but this is still a great game. I think he's scored over 30 points 5 games now. Randall, he's been struggling in a massive way, so it's good to see him. With Anthony Edwards back, we do expect his numbers to drop off, but this is a really good game. 12 assists too. Rudy had a somewhat quiet game and only played 24 because, the Spurs, they go small. And Dante had 4 threes and 18 points, and Jaden McDaniels did his thing. Yeah, the Timberwolves, they're going to be a good team. 6th seed right now. But yeah, when I look at the West, they're really stacked. There's so many good teams in the Western Conference. I know Oklahoma City Thunder is 20-1 right now. And the numbers, they're blowing teams out. I just don't know in the playoff environment. I still have my doubts. And, the Lakers are playing well. I think Denver too. The next game, the Grizzlies, they beat the Kings. The Kings, they're just a mess right now. Same thing with Grizzlies, but I guess they find their guy Zach Edey, 29 minutes. He's gonna foul a lot, 4 fouls here and 5 turnovers. But my God, 17 rebound, 5 blocks, and 32 points, 16 for 20. Um, Clearly, like in today's NBA, when you have a big man like that, um, versus a lot of teams, they really don't have anybody that can guard. It's not like in the 90s, Shaq, every team's got a couple big men. Um, you have Drew Eubanks is your best option, and I don't know if Sabonis is the best defender. So Zach Edey is gonna have a really good time versus a lot of teams. A lot of teams, he just, he can put up 30 points if he's the focus, and a lot of offensive rebound too. So great, he's a must roster. I don't even know if you sell high, what kind of value should you look? Because honestly, he could be a top 20 player. He's top 20 right now. He's 21st ranked player because he's super efficient, and the big man that can hit free throws is also like huge in category leagues. He's shooting 67%, averaging 2.3 blocks too. Pretty scary stuff on him. Rest of the Grizzlies, Jerry Jackson Jr. just no blocks. Everything else looks fine, just no blocks, and that's basically 80% his value. Vince Williams Jr., I think we still need to have him 0 for 8, but still have 7 assists. This guy knows how to get assists. And we don't know when Ja is coming back. Sindri Coward, not the best game, but 10 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. I think if you want to have him, that's okay, but yeah, I don't think he's a must roster anymore. He's not playing well at all. Santi Aldama played 22 minutes. He's also not a must roster. It's just the minutes, especially when Edey is playing this well. He's just not going to get a lot of minutes. For the Kings, Russell Westbrook, 1 for 10, minus 24. My God. Zach LaVine, minus 30, 19 points and 2 threes. DeMar DeRozan, 23 points. Yeah, I think they're kind of similar to Phoenix last year. It just the roster construction don't make sense. You have all the guys with basically the same skill set, or they need the ball in their heads. It's just not going to work out. You have DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Malik Monk, right? Usually you need 2 or 3 guys, but then you also have Russell Westbrook, and then you start all of them, and you don't have any defense. It's not going to end up well. Yeah, I don't know how long the Kings going to keep their coach. We'll see. But yeah, they're not going anywhere this year. The last game of the night, the Lakers, they beat the Pelicans. Yeah, this shouldn't be a surprise. No LeBron. But for the Pelicans, they started Derek Quinn and Missy together. They're just experimenting stuff. Quinn had 5 fouls, but 7 for 8 from the line. I guess that's positive. 7 rebounds, 3 assists. I'm just very high on Derek Quinn. I know he's still a rookie, but when you watch him play, he's like Jokic. Like, he can get you assists, can get obviously defensive stats as well, right? If he can get better efficiency, he's gonna be really good in category leagues. And of course, he needs to get minutes. And we know Zion's gonna be out a lot, so he should be getting good minutes moving forward. Missy, 1 for 5, didn't do anything. If you need rebound and blocks, you could have him, but definitely not a must roster in my opinion. And this guy Bryce, he started because this Pelican team, everybody's out. 23 points, I guess. Sadiq Bey also had a really good game. Yeah, like everybody's out from the Pelicans today. Like they didn't have, no Herbert Jones, no. They also have Dejounte Murray on this team. Yeah, he's not coming back. Jordan Poole, he's cooked. Trey Murphy is also out. Yeah. I have any of these guys. They come back and play. Sell every single one of them. For the Lakers, Luka, 34 points, and Austin Reeves, he just knows how to get buckets. 12 free throws again, 4 threes, 8 assists, still on the block. I think with LeBron around, he doesn't get as many assists, right? But we know LeBron's gonna miss a bunch of games. That's fine. He's really cooking this year. He's gonna be really good in category leagues especially. It's just the free throws too. DeAndre Ayton, 4 blocks. Wow, Ayton is playing well this year too. He's kind of locked in on the Lakers, and Rui Hachimura, with everybody healthy, right? Doesn't really have too much value. 14 points and 2 threes is okay. And Gabe Vincent got the start, hit 2 threes. Yeah, I mean, this Laker team, Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves, they eat up all the usage. And the rest of the guys, if they don't get defensive stats, they don't really have any value. That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.